Welcome to dojo.live, the place where top minds in travel and hospitality check in to share insights and breakthroughs shaping the industry. Brought to you by Encora, your trusted partner for AI, cloud, and data-driven innovation. Enjoy your stay.
Hello again, Dojo Live at GBTA 2025 in Denver, Colorado, here at the AI Innovation Pavilion, speaking with TripAI and, of course, none other than Samar Khan. So, Samar, as we get started, can you please just give us a bit about you and just quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm very glad to be here. So I'm Samar Khan. I go by Samar. I'm the founder of TripAI. We are a Dallas-based AI company at the crossroads of sustainability. We really solve some very complex use case using AI, agentic AI, in aviation and travel industry.
All right, I love it. You touched on it already. Sustainability and automation, they're often getting mentioned in that same breath kind of now. So especially in corporate travel, tell us specifically about the gap that Trip AI is trying to solve, is solving, and how does your approach stand apart, I suppose, from what's kind of already out there?
Sure. So as I mentioned, we are an AI company. So we've got like almost a couple of decades of background in aviation. We came from the business travel space. So one of the key gaps that TripAI is solving, we're working with airlines on helping them optimize their fuel savings by 1 to 3% scientifically.
Wow.
So
And 1 to 3% fuel savings, what does that mean economically?
so 1 to 3%, we're talking about like millions of dollars, right?
Wow.
So if you're an airline, you have 1,000 flights per day. Do the math. It's millions of dollars,
Wow.
right? And there are a lot of opportunities. So we work with pilots, and 1% fuel savings also means we're helping them reduce their emissions by 3.14%. So it's really hits the financial goal, but also the sustainability goal.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, from a technical standpoint, what's the piece in your stack or your workflow that you think is the sort of unsung hero here, diving into the real innovation piece behind the scenes?
Right.
How does it work? What's happening?
Yeah, so we take pride in our work. So we are technologists, developers. We've got industry background, and we bring the best of AWS. So we take pride in being an AWS partner, and we look at anything the latest and greatest that's from generative AI, LLMs, in a highly secure and scalable manner. So we are using the latest and greatest stack for building this stuff with AWS partners using AI, generative AI, and then LLM models feed into our agentic AI app. And the agentic AI app is really solving the output of the agentic AI app is solving some of these use cases I mentioned.
All right, you wanna dive a little bit deeper into that?
Yeah, so agentic AI, agentic AI, yeah. So airline expects and consumers of our agentic AI apps are really fuel teams, sustainability teams, flight operations team, and pilots. So we have developed this with over the last, I would say, 18 months with a lot of consultation with pilots, chief pilots, cargo pilots, as well as commercial aircraft pilots. So which has identified this one area that we have really focused on. We do many other things, but our focus really stands tall on helping airlines reduce fuel, which means helping them reduce their carbon emissions.
Great. You mentioned a lot of different people, a lot of different kind of perspectives there, which makes me, and you talked about AWS being your partner, but you've working with a variety of partners, stakeholders across the ecosystem. So what kind of collaboration do you think perhaps the industry still lacks or needs in order to kind of move the needle perhaps a bit faster in terms of sustainability, efficiency? How's that working
I
out for
think
you?
GBTA is a fantastic. I was very encouraged to see GBTA go into the startup ecosystem. Very thankful for GBTA inviting us to the Venture Connect, which was really getting started in the startup ecosystem. So there's a great step there. That was a fantastic move. And innovation always happens. Every company was a startup at some point. I
Aw.
we all were, I've come from corporate world. pretty much work with many consulting companies. So the gap that exists is airline travel. I think slow moving in terms of where the AI is headed to. That's one area I quickly see off the bat. Like, how can you move faster? Now, I'm also developing software, but why I fully focused on AI solutions because we can move fast. We have the data, we have the domain knowledge, we have the industry expertise, and AWS being a fantastic partner, we develop everything in a highly scalable and secure manner in the AWS containers.
All right, I love that. You know, as AI and automation are maturing, I'm hearing time again that people are still right at the core of this. So, how do you think the human experience, whether that's the traveler, the TNC, the sustainability officer, the airlines themselves, should influence how we're designing this smarter travel?
Yeah, so we are all about AI. We're all about scale. We're all about speed. I think when I look at travel tech, there's a long runway to still cover. How I see it,
Pun intended, or
I, well, I come from TMC world. I come from the airline world. I come from the GDS world, where the industry is moving in other spaces, especially healthcare, banking. They're already deploying highly scalable agentic workflows. So specifically business travel, I think there's a long runway still to cover. Looking at travel management companies, I think they have to understand you have to get them warmed up to AI, ML, like which has been for many years. AI, ML has been there for many years. Then you take them slowly to the path of generative AI, which is all the LLM model. Then you take them to the path of agentic AI, which is really many LLM models in a multimodal agentic or agent format. So that's where I see. I think first we have to get the industry really warmed up on AI, ML, then it will kind of like lead to the path of like generative AI, where they eventually see agentic AI doing a lot of things in travel industry, like travel agents being. I suggest that travel agents will see great. Uh, I would say they will see great benefits from AI tools because they have the industry has a lot of expertise. Many of the experts have been in this space for 20 years, 30 years. They know their stuff. But what I expect is the AI to make that shift. And then agentic AI, I'm a firm believer. Recently, I was one of the top 75 AI innovators in the city of Dallas. So I collaborate with a lot of other vertical industries where I see the speed that industry is adopting AI is paramount. But travel industry, not there yet. So I see there still a couple of years. It will take a couple of years. This year of 2025, I really say year of 2025 is the year of agents.
Okay.
But is that for travel industry? I don't think so.
Okay.
So I see still a couple of years getting warmed up to where it needs to be.
When you're saying warmed up, I'm just curious. How would you encourage that to happen? What do you think that people as individuals or leaders, how can we do that? How can we warm up
I think a lot of the leaders in the especially B2C travel industry, I see a lot of disruption happening in Europe. I like to see more happening in North America. I think that's one. There's a lot of startups coming up, changing the way you buy travel, the way you travel, customer experience.
Oh yeah.
I definitely see airport, how the customer experience evolves using AI. A lot of the airports are actually actively working. So they're fostering this collaboration with startups via accelerators or startup challenges where the industry is actually getting fueled by new ideas, from startups. And GBTA, as I said, very thankful for GBTA be able to invite us to the inaugural Venture Connect, where we got to pitch our solutions, AI solutions, to the sharks. Uh, and we say some of them liked, some of them did not like. So that's how the entrepreneurial ecosystem works. You have to really chase 100 people to get one yes. So I see that trend continuing, but I see more of that to come. And that will really fuel the transformation across travel, aviation, and hospitality.
All right, thank you. You mentioned a lot of other kind of startups, a lot of other innovators here. Besides what you're showcasing here with Trip AI, is there anything else that kind of caught your attention as you're sitting amongst some peers at the AI and Innovation Pavilion or across GBTA more broadly? What technologies or companies kind of make you stop and think, or anything out there that you want to sort of?
I actually, I'm still to cover the entire floor, but I saw one company very promising, Predict X, UK-based company. I think they are building the multi-agent model. I think that's one of the from the AI perspective. I see that as a good transformation. That was one thing that stood out to me. There's a lot of travel companies here. I haven't had the chance to visit everybody, but that's one that's it's really in our line what we are trying to do. Multi-agent model, solving a very specific business use case. I expect more and more of the companies like that to come. What I also being part of the Dallas startup ecosystem, a lot of activity happening. The city is actually really gearing up. It's becoming the next Silicon Valley. A lot of VCs coming to Dallas. And what really sets us apart, we're one of the companies that really is an AI company that's at the crossroads of sustainability. And I love competition, and I'm sure what we're doing in the aviation and airline space. There are out there. Expect more transformation coming out of startups. We're looking at flight operations. We're looking at aviation safety. So that's to come.
Right, and I love how you ended on that note in terms of liking the competition. It made me recall when you were on a feature show with dojo.live. Darn, I don't even know, maybe a year ago. It's been a hot minute. You mentioned the idea of the sustainability piece in particular. It's helping everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely so important that everyone needs to get on board, and so the competition is a way to do what the planet needs, and we ultimately as people
So
need.
we are solving these. We are really an AI company at the crossroads of sustainability. I mean, we're helping airlines reduce carbon emissions indirectly by reducing their fuel spend.
Yeah.
And then we're also a vision really for the next 3 to 4 years to expand the multi-agent models or agentic AI models in other spaces, hotels, transportation. We are one of the first companies that has a carbon emission calculators in the RV campgrounds.
Right.
So we started, we're in RV campgrounds. We do AI work there for last couple of years. There's more and more transformation that you will see, which will come across like AI, how AI is helping the sustainability goals. Now, one of our key takes with our partners like Amazon or AWS is like, how do we, operate in a way that we can be more sustainable? Right. So those are the things 4 or 5 years back we were not thinking. But right now, if we are doing work in the cloud without building algorithms, we're also keeping an eye. What does it mean to our carbon footprint?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Last and final, very important question: window or aisle when you're traveling, and why?
I'm an aisle person, just because I like to move around. But if it's a long haul flight, I like to be on the window so that I can lean. I can lean towards the window and get some sleep. But my preference is always and always to be on the aisle.
All right, I love it.
I don't want the middle seat.
No, the dreaded middle seat. Yes, I love it. Smaller planes when you only have the window or aisle choice. That's the two seats on each side. I love it. Perfect. So if somebody wants to get to know you better, Samar, or get to know more about Trip AI, what's the best way to connect and do that?
Yeah, so the best way to follow us on LinkedIn. We're always on LinkedIn. We have a social media team that kind of like happy to reach back, book a demo with us. We're happy to share our journey. We have built a platform that can be used for multiple use cases at the moment, but surely LinkedIn is the best way to reach us. We've got a global team in Europe, and in India and in South America. So LinkedIn is the best way to reach me via LinkedIn or follow our page. Look at what we are doing.
I love it. Thank you so very much for your time, for your insights today. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye for now. Bye, everyone, and stay innovative.